Hello, Kalkattewali. Thank you for joining. Good evening. So, this is the 13th episode of the author collaborative session on my Instagram handle. In these sessions, I talk to fellow authors and we discuss each other's works that we have read recently, and then we talk about our writing processes, and then we ask each other interesting questions about our writing process, give out a few tips to upcoming and new authors, and then we also do a fun rapid fire round where we get to know fun stuff about each other. Hi Kalkatti wali. Let's wait for a few more people to join the live before I invite my guest for today. I don't think he has also joined the live yet. Hello Rushi, good evening. For those of you who are just joining, this is the 13th episode of the author collaborative segment on my Instagram. This is where I talk to fellow writers and authors and we give out few tips to upcoming writers. Hello, Enchanting Books World. Hi, Sandeep. Thank you. Thank you all for joining. Let's wait for a few more people to join the live before I invite my guest for today. Okay, I think it's time I invite my guest. So, hi, Enchanting Books World. Thank you for joining. Hi, Sandeep. Good evening.
Yeah, here it's evening is ending here, but at your end it must be starting. So yeah,
Yes,
okay, it's so at this time both we have are enjoying the evening. So yeah, good evening. How are you doing?
I am very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Actually, it's Saturday, so Saturday is very. I mean, I am always happy on Saturdays. If you would have asked this question tomorrow, it my answer would be different.
So you're done for the day with your regular job now?
No, it's Saturday today, so that's why I'm happy.
Oh, you have an
I
off
have
today.
yes, yes.
Wonderful. Oh, that's why
Yeah,
you are so lighthearted and fun.
yeah. That's
You
why.
look less stressed out.
Yes, yes. So that's what I'm saying. If we would have this session tomorrow, my answers as well as my mood would have been different.
I caught you on a good day then.
Yes. So how is I mean how is your Saturday there?
My
I mean
Saturday has been good. I was preparing for this session and otherwise it was all good. Saturdays are usually very relaxed for me and my husband both. So we are only catching up on our Netflix series or something like that.
okay. What you are watching currently?
So
This
currently we are watching a series called The Good Place on Netflix, and it's pretty fun. It's quite fun.
okay.
What are you watching currently? If you're watching anything.
Uh no, I'm not. I mostly nowadays, I mean, past from some months or some during the lockdown, also I started watching more lives and this comedy session or everything. Everyone is like more live shows they are doing. So I just go there and I watch some of my favorite people. I go and watch their lives on YouTube. So
Okay,
mostly not on series oriented, but now I became live oriented. So I watch a lot of live streams and all that.
that's nice. That's nice. So you're catching up on your brushing up your skills on by watching such live streams.
I think they are improving. I'm not sure. I think they are improving just.
Okay, so
But
Nidhi has joined us and
it's
she's saying hi.
yeah,
Hi,
Nidhi. Hi Nidhi, how are you?
thank you for
Nidhi is
joining.
always
And we have
yeah,
quite a
thanks.
few people. Read with Sneha, Anna reads, and we have Rich's World, we have Divya. Thank you all. You are so sweet for joining. Okay, Sandeep, before I go ahead with the session, for those of you who don't know much about you, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yeah, yeah. It's so my name is Sandeep, as you must be watching over there. But yeah, I published as of now two books. I mostly write on these corporate things. I like to indulge in corporate satire or corporate humor, and mostly I try to make fun of the corporate things, which ultimately gives me bread and butter. But still I try to write and make some light-hearted corporate scenes out of my writing.
Yes,
So yeah,
so
so as of
Sandeep
book,
was just telling about his books, and I have read one of his books recently. Thank God I'm
yeah,
fired. Short for
yeah,
TGIF, which I like more.
yeah. So
And I absolutely loved reading that book. And Sandeep and I are going to talk about that book. So, Sandeep, yes, you were saying about something about TGIF.
yeah, so I also like that name very much. So I mean, the short form fitted very well. Fortunately, this with thank God it's Friday and thank God I'm fired. And the title is also I liked it very much, and
Yes.
I'm very happy with the title at least.
And I'm sure you are very happy with the reviews also and the amazing feedback that the book has got so far, right? I think you have 200 plus reviews now on Amazon,
Yes,
if I'm not wrong.
yes. Fortunately, I mean, these corporate people might have, I mean, felt that I'm talking on their behalf. Uh, so they might have. I think that the feedback also says the same, that they connected well with the book,
So
and
it's been a relatable read for many of the people in the corporate jobs.
yes. So majority of the readers were corporate, and they must be feeling on feeling on the same lines which I created in the book. So yeah, they whenever you connect well with the what the book says, then you I mean feel very much connected with it. So
That's
that's
true,
what
Sandeep.
happened with the book. Yeah,
Yeah. So around this book and your whole writing journey, your journey as an author, I have a few questions. Are you ready to answer them?
yeah. That's why I'm here for. Yeah.
Yes. So Sandeep, my first question is, as you said, your books are focused around, the corporate world, and they are a bit on the humorous side. Not a bit, they are completely on the humorous side.
Yes.
So, is this a conscious effort, or are you trying in the future, planning to try out a different genre or piece of writing?
Yeah, so these are my initial works. So initially, I mean, whatever you feels, you write that thing. So as I'm going through the same, I mean, going in the same ship. So I try to take experiences of from that, and then try to put it in words. So that's why the corporate thing came in me to write as a in my initial days, and more or less I feel very comfortable writing corporate things because I know in and out of that, like I mean through my experience. So I make twists and turns with the corporate things. But going ahead, I will definitely try other genres too, but corporate would be the I mean would be the I mean the what do you say, root of the writing, and maybe some part of it automatically gets into whatever I write. So yes, the corporate would be there,
Okay.
and that's good to have. I feel.
Me and I think all the other readers who have read your previous works are excited about your whatever works you are planning in the future. So,
Yes.
uh, as a writer, can you tell us about the changes which you have experienced as a writer from the first book to the second book and now? Because a lot of things have happened in the world, in your
Yes.
personal life, also, I'm sure. So tell us about
Yeah.
those changes.
So the time difference between my two books is around 2 years. So lot of learning for me in those 2 years. I mean, the first book is like every time the first book is special, and then that's like an that first time author, you don't know much things, and then you make such certain mistakes as well, and you make certain good things as well unknowingly, because you don't know the how to write in a way, because you are new, and that's why I mean the novelties come out. So
Hmm,
from my the learning with these two books is like, first of all, the make I mean give your books to the readers before you publish it. I mean some part of it, give get
hmm,
their feedback. Like most of the times you think that the people will get it what you want to say, but they are not into book as you were for that much time. So it is not necessary that they will get what you want to say. So it is always a good thing
hmm,
to make some beta readers do their job before you publish it, as well as the most important learning is like, edit your book well. I mean, edit whatever however you think it's good, then edit it again, like that. So that's the main thing I learned. The good thing about first book is always like novelties come out of that, and then
Yes.
yeah. So I think you must be agree to it that the first time the what way we write is a little bit different, and that's the our original way, and that
Yes.
may be the liked by many people because that's how
True.
you originally you write.
Yes, so your book TGIF, which we are discussing at length, in it, your protagonist, he is not happy with his corporate world, and at the end, he ultimately quits that job. And so, is this inspired from your real life, and can we in the future expect something like this from you? Becoming a full-time writer or author in the future sometime soon.
So that's not my personal story. First of all, I mean, I'm not fired as of now, as till now. But I had some. I mean, I saw that certain type of things happening around me. I mean, for my friends or friends of friends. So that's a possibility. I mean, I cannot deny the possibility which I paint down in the book. It can happen. I mean, so that's the thing. You can say it's a fictional tale, but I think it's quite realistic as well. I mean, it can happen. I have seen a little bit similar to that happen in real life as well. And coming
Okay.
to the second part of the question, I'm not sure actually. I mean, no one is sure actually how I mean life takes you.
Yeah.
So
What the future holds is really unpredictable.
yeah. So no plans as of now because I'm quite comfortable balancing those two jobs as a author as well as my full-time job. So no plans as of now, but we never know. I mean,
That's great, Sandeep. So, my next question is also again on similar lines. Your characters, how different are they from, the people around you? Are they inspired from people around you? And, how do you come up with those characters?
yeah, they are. I mean, quite. I mean, they are inspired by real people. I mean, I just changed the names of my characters and combined two three experiences for the one person. But they are quite. I mean, they are inspired from real life people. In fact, some of the things which I thought I wrote it from myself. Someone came and told me that this has happened there somewhere. So I mean, like that is there. So many of the times they are quite inspired by the real life people. I mean, from my job or my friends. Yeah, that's
Okay, a lot of people have commented, so I'm just going to respond to them.
okay.
Jitisha
Sure.
has said hi. Nidhi Khanna says, good to see you, Manali. Thank you, Nidhi ma'am. Swati has also joined, and Jitisha has also said thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. Uh, nice to see you all also joining us. So, my last question to you, Sandeep, is tell us your top three tips for any writer. New and upcoming writers are there's so many of them coming in today. So tell us, as an experienced author of two books now, tell us your top three tips.
Yeah, so I will mostly my I mean as I said earlier, so mostly my suggestions would be for the new authors. I mean, first of all, as I said, uh, give your books to readers before you publish it and edit it well, and don't unfollow your niche. I mean, whatever you write, it's your style, and so stick with that. I mean, that's the decision you need to take. Whether even though some people will make claims that this you should change or something, so you have to balance that out. That your originality, you need to stick with your originality as well as you consider their suggestions. So you need to balance that, and whenever you achieve that balance, it certainly is a good work, is a better work than what you thought.
Definitely, those are
So
some great tips, Sandeep. I myself have experienced them. Not doing them has showed me the limitations and disadvantages. So I would also suggest following whatever Sandeep has said right now in his tips.
and then one is like don't shy away from this promotion of your books. I mean, I quite times when I introspect, I know that I shy away from promoting my books, but that there is no. I mean, it's your book and it's your hard work, so it needs to be paid off. I mean, in any
Yeah.
way you need
See,
to make
what
efforts
I believe is
yourself.
that if you are not going to talk about your books, nobody else will. So
Yeah,
you
so
need to
if
talk
you are
about them.
not, talking, then how would you expect them to talk about your work? And it's very, it's very, even celebrities talk about their movies or something like that. So there is no shying
Yes,
away. You need to talk what you have put so much efforts into.
true, true. So Sandeep, now I have the rapid fire questions. They are going to be very fun. You have to answer spontaneously without thinking, whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah,
Priya is saying hi.
I
Hi,
don't.
Priya.
I
Thank you
mean,
for joining.
live is for that purpose only. There is no time to think.
Okay, Sandeep. So quickly, choices: fiction or non-fiction?
Fiction or non-fiction? Uh, okay, so there is one slight. I will make a path in between. There is something called as. What I like is like something called as a creative non-fiction. For my first book, I was, confused what genre it should be in. It's a fiction or it's a non-fiction. It's based on my experiences, which were real, but I put some exaggeration to it, which was quite essential to make them funny. Its exaggeration is clearly visible over there. So that's called as creative non-fiction, is the line in between the fiction and non-fiction. So that genre I like the most. But if you want me to select two out of, just one out of these two, I will choose fiction.
Okay. Next choice: comedy or tragedy?
Comedy always.
Seeing your
So
post and
tragedies,
having reading
tragedies.
about it, I would choose comedy. And that's your forte also, and I believe that reading comedy is fun.
Yeah,
Not
because
as
tragedy in real life, you will get it quite easily. But so that's why you need to choose. I try to choose something else than the real life. So that's a tragedy and comedy always.
okay. So my next question is, if you could be any flavor of an ice cream, what ice cream flavor would you be and why?
This is a tough question for me because first of all, I know very less flavors of ice cream. Uh, but okay, so I will choose vanilla.
Vanilla.
Vanilla is the simplest flavor because I want to be available for all the people, and I want to be known to all the people. Vanilla is known to all. Vanilla is available for all. So vanilla is my answer.
Oh, that's a great choice and an explanation. Very nice justification. Okay, next question. What is one of your weird quirks? Any
Weird
of your
quirks.
weird habits? Yeah.
Weird habits. It can. The beneficial also will count, right? It benefits me.
Hmm.
So okay. So the I can think of, I pack my bags very quickly. Really quick,
Uh,
and really quick as well as in very optimized way. I know that I take pride in saying this because I really do. You won't believe that I can pack my back for 7 days in couple of minutes, and it would be very small luggage for me. There won't there always I pack my bags in very compact way, and I don't face any problems with my clothes. Wherever I go, there is no time. I mean, it did not happen that I faced crunch of clothes because I had a small bag or something like that. So I pack my bag very quickly and optimally. That's my quirk. I feel.
that's a great quirk to have. I also have it, but the way you are justifying and explaining, I wish I also had the ability to pack so optimally.
But one thing I will add there, there is one pinch of reality as well. My clothes are very limited. I don't have many clothes, so there are a very limited set of choices I have. So that's very helpful for me to decide
I
what
got
I
your
should take.
point. I got your sarcasm in that, Sunny.
No. It's just I observed a lot of time that if you don't have the choices, you have to make the same choice every time.
True. And one last question. Top three book recommendations.
Top three. So I will recommend my books, but I won't count them in the three. Okay. Uh, it's very open question, so I will just choose my favorite books actually. So first I would choose like The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond.
Hmm.
I will choose Dilbert's The Joy of Work uh, by Scott Adams. I mean,
Hmm.
it's on corporate fun, so I like it a lot, and I
Okay.
think every corporate or non-corporate should read at least
Hmm.
Dilbert work. You must have seen the cartoons, but the book is real fun.
Okay.
And the third I will choose as Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very compact self-help book, and I know I could take help from that book whenever I felt low and something like that. So it's very I feel that in a very subtle way he has explained. I mean how you can overcome your problems. So yeah.
Okay, Sandeep.
So
Before we move on to your questions for me, can you just show the viewers your book that we have spoken so much about?
yeah, they are always closer with me. I mean they are always uh, always with me. So I will just turn around the camera and show you.
Yes.
Both are with me. Yeah, you can you see it?
Yes. So that
This one,
makes sense.
yeah,
Your first book.
it's yeah, it's my first book, but the paperback version I published after my I mean second book I published first in paperback form.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one is Thank God I'm Fired. It's
Yes.
very small. I mean, it's very compact. I like it very much to hold it.
It's about 120 pages, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah,
100.
it's around. I mean, if you get the Kindle edition, it's around 105
Hmm.
pages, and this paperback version is around 140 pages. It has some
Oh,
graphics in between at the start of the chapter or something like that. So just some page
oh,
count is.
I don't think that's there in
So
the Kindle version, right?
yes, yes. So just I will. Yeah. So you must have not seen this in the Kindle version, but like these at the start of the
Oh,
chapter,
now I
they are
want the
very.
paperback, Sandeep. You have to send me.
Yes, yes, sure. But not Amsterdam. I should send it to.
Me, because I want the paperback, yeah?
Yes, yes,
Signed
yes.
wala.
But you are in Amsterdam, right? Right now.
You can send it to my Indian address. We'll talk about this later. Why talking about it here?
Okay, okay.
So,
So
Sandeep, now I leave the floor open to ask me questions.
yes, yes. I'm very excited to ask you the questions. So I just typed it here. So I will just read it from my screen.
Sure.
So okay. So basically, we will talk about your latest book. Okay. Uh, The Art of Being Grateful.
Yes.
So my first question is like it is basically a collection of short tales. Okay. Additionally, it has different elements which were quite innovative, I must say, and you must have got this same feedback from your readers and your fans.
Yes.
That the unique thing I found is like different covers for each of the short tale. So it was quite innovative. Plus, it has some bonus micro tales at the end. You referred to your earlier work as well in the book and all that. So was it a conscious and pre-planned attempt? I mean, or
No.
I mean, at the start, where you I mean, decided have you decided that you would be including all these elements into the book, or the over the span of writing it, you thought of including it?
So, when I initially planned to release the book, I thought I have enough time to cover at least 10 to 12 short stories in the book. But what happened, if I tell you honestly, is that I had only 5 stories ready when I, announced the release date. So I
Yeah,
had very
that's
little time to finish all the 12 stories. By the time, 15 July was near, you hear me? Yes, I lost a connection with you. Can you hear me now? Hello, Sandeep? Yeah. Can you hear me now?
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
we lost the connection. I was just waiting for the connection to come back. So what, honestly, what happened was that I had 5 stories ready, okay? And I thought I
Yeah,
will be able to
I
finish in
think my
2 3 months
internet got
all the 12 ones, which I
yeah.
plan to compile together in a book.
Okay, okay. Please continue.
By the time 15 July was nearing, I thought नहीं हो पाएगा. So I was like 8 स्टोरी है, 8 ही रखते हैं, 12 नहीं हो पाएगी. But those 8 stories, they were becoming a very less in quantity. Quantity wise, it was just 35 pages, which is very less, and I wanted at least 50 pages in a book. Because firstly, you can't price your book below 49 on Kindle. So if people are paying 49 rupees for just 35 pages book,
Okay.
I personally would have felt that I was cheating on them. So I thought, और क्या कर सकते हैं? We already had the covers
Mm-hmm.
ready. When I started writing the stories, we already had the covers. So I thought I'll put the covers for each story in the beginning. That will add one page. So the 35 pages became 40 pages. फिर भी कम लग रहा था.
Mm-hmm. Just add on to that that the increasing of pages is like my format. Thank God I am fired also. That trick I used to, I mean, just some additional pages as well as the aesthetic factor it adds, right? Book to
Yeah,
the
so
book, and it's good to
in
have. I
my
mean, I
previous book
enjoy
also, I had
if it
a
has
little
different elements
doodle with
like
every micro tale that I
some
have, which added a
illustrations, or
lot
like
of
you
charm to the
added the
book.
covers, and
You
it
know,
was quite good.
even if people are not reading the text, they'll look at the illustrations at least. That's what my whole idea was. So in this book also, I thought I'll add the cover pages. It
Yeah,
will
I know.
add to the charm. So I added the covers. Even then, it was coming only to 40 pages. But मुझे और ऐड करना था कंटेंट because 50 pages was the minimum target I had in mind. So I thought I'll add some more micro tales. People have already read my micro tales and my poems in my previous books, and it was quite well received. So I thought short stories के साथ साथ कुछ ऐसा भी एलिमेंट डाल देते हैं जो लोगों को ऑलरेडी पसंद है. That's how the bonus reading part came. And then उसके बाद भी कम लग रहा था पेजेस. Like ये तो आधे घंटे में खत्म हो जाएगी बुक, कोई भी पढ़ेगा तो. So I was like, I have written similar stories previously, why not add them also? So if you see the book, it's not just 8 stories, it's 16 stories plus the bonus reading section. So what I had initial target 12 stories, it became 16. So I was very happy. That's how the good book came.
Yeah. So the good part about this, I mean, Kindle publishing, I mean, initially is like you can take your decisions. I
Yes.
mean, whatever you want to add, get away. I mean, whatever you. That's a very good part about that, I feel.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So can we go for the second question? Okay. Yeah. So out of the 8 stories in the book,
There were
the
two
the
tricky
first
parts
eight
in
I'm
all the
talking
eight
about,
stories. Two of them were
which
the
one
most
was
tricky for
very
me. One
difficult for
for
you
the
to write?
first
I
and
mean,
top
there are
most
some
challenging
parts, right,
was
we feel
Love in the Air,
difficult to complete,
because
or so. What
as you
was it?
know, it covers the genre of LGBTQ. Okay, and in the entire story, I am not supposed to reveal the identity of the other person till the end. So writing a narrative where the other person's identity remains a secret till the
Okay.
end was quite challenging, and I had fun. And the other story was No
Hmm.
Witnesses. The challenge here was to connect an incident in a way that the protagonist is guilty or not
Yeah.
is left up to the reader. So that was challenging.
So
I'm glad because I enjoyed
yes.
writing it very much.
So just a fact. I mean, I liked the Love in the Air out of the all. I mean, the most my my favorite is Love in the Air. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. So okay. So I'm very. I mean, I wanted to ask you this question, but I mean I couldn't ask somehow. But today I take this opportunity. So tell me about this. Your name. I mean, a rustic mind. You are. handle name and how you thought of it and how
Uh,
it's a
Ishita
little
is
bit
saying
out of
hi
the
Manali.
track
Hi
from your
Ishita.
book, but
And
how it
somebody
became, I
said
mean,
audio
your
is
favorite
overlapping.
and how
Sana
you
is saying audio is overlapping.
decided
Sana,
to
can
give
you
your
tell us in the
handles this
comments
name.
if the audio is okay now? Meanwhile I'll continue to answer your question. So a rustic mind. So basically I want to answer the question by asking you, do you know the meaning of the word rustic? So
Yeah, I mean, first, like always, I mean, I think something and it turns out to be something. So, so rustic, I thought it to be, I mean, very much like rust. First of all, I thought of like and how, yeah.
okay,
So it
so
was my
basically
core
people
feeling
are
that
of the
why a
understanding that
person would name
rustic
in such
means
that.
something
But
which
then
is
I
related to the
read it
countryside.
more. But
Okay,
from your
yeah,
point of view,
that
I
is
need
the
to know
essence of the
why
word.
you thought
Its
of
core meaning is
this
that,
name.
of course, but it also means I think there is some issue with the audio sync. Uh, okay.
Hmm.
Uh, okay, two people have told us that. Is it okay now,
For me,
guys? Can you
it's
tell us in
quite
the
good,
comments
but
before I continue?
might be I mean, our audio must be, but for me, it's now good. It looks good. Connectivity issue. It was, yeah. Uh,
So yes, as I was saying, the meaning of
yeah,
the
it
word rustic,
sometime
it's
back it
something
was
which is
a
relating to
little
the
bit in
countryside,
issue,
and
but now I
the
feel
opposite of
it's all
urban.
good. But
That's the
let
basic
them
essence of
confirm.
rustic. But it also means something which is, something which is clean, and ask him to join again.
Hmm.
आगे पीछे हो रहा है, but Ishita is saying it's quite good. Seems to you two speaking. Is that so? Okay,
What
तो
should I
दो
do?
मिनट का मौन रखे हम.
It's quite good. Seem to
Okay,
you
thank
speaking
you.
together. Oh, क्या करें?
Yes.
Yeah, now it is okay. Archie, sorry, saying. Yeah, just one a little bit 10 seconds of let's not speak for 10
Okay, in the
seconds.
comments, if you put a thumbs up, guys, we'll continue with the
I
chat.
mean, just it's a
Give us
corporate
a
thing
thumbs
that
up.
if there is a problem, then just wait for it to be get solved automatically.
It is. It is.
So
Now I'm
this
used
is
to it.
Manali.
My
You
eyes
are.
are
I mean,
constantly
you
like
have
this
done
now.
so many lives, so it must be very difficult, right, to sync. I mean, to have an one eye on the chat, one eye on the live session. Isn't it? I mean, because Because when I'm speaking, I mean,
Okay,
I did not
got a thumbs up,
even, I
so I
mean,
think
I
that we
was
can
so
continue.
engrossed in
As I
speaking to
was
you
saying,
or
the meaning
something.
of the
So
word rustic, it
I
also means
forgot
something which
that there
is,
is a chat section and some
clean,
people
which is not
chat giving
something
us
which is
messages
pure,
or
something
something.
which has not been tarnished by the worldly things. So, and I think that my mind is such that it looks at things without any filters, without any biases. That's how the whole name came, a rustic mind, and uh, it
Okay.
together it means something that which is very clear to understand, easy to understand. That's how the whole pen name came, a rustic mind.
Okay. 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 So thanks. Okay. So I mean, next question. I will go. Uh, So your book consists of this collection. Many of the your past work also in the form of books. When I saw it's mainly a collection. I mean, now this is a collection of 8 tales. Then your earlier book, it was collection of micro tales with illustrations or something like that. So uh, as I see, your work is mainly, I mean, collection wise.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I mean, it's
I
short
I
stories,
am planning,
collection
and I
poetry.
am.
So,
In fact, I have
can we
started
expect, I
working on
mean,
a novel now.
full-fledged novel,
I
or,
don't
or,
know how
or are
long
you
it is
planning
going to
for a
take, but
novel, a
sometime
full-fledged
in the
one,
future,
one
you
story
can expect
throughout
a
the
novella from me.
book or
I have been
something?
asked this question by many people, so I was very inspired that I really need to work on a novel. Otherwise, people are going to keep asking me till I write one. Not very motivating that people are expecting a lot more from me.
Okay, okay. No, that's not. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, I enjoy short stories and yeah. So I also, I mean, there is a
No, no,
different
that's
type of.
actually
I
a very good
mean,
thing, and I
their
am
interests are
very
different.
happy that people are asking me again and
Our
again. It keeps me
interests are different.
motivated
So
to,
it
try out
it feels
something new
good.
and
But just
continue working on it.
it interests me to ask you this question: whether are you, I mean, planning to write one full-fledged? Yeah, yeah. So the I mean the difficult part of that is like you need to be gripping with the one
Yeah,
story throughout the book.
what
I mean
I find challenging in
that's
short
the thing
stories
with
and micro
the
tales is
novels,
making them
and
concise.
with the short
And what
stories
I am finding
you
challenging
need
with
to
my novella is
entertain them
that
throughout
I
and
have to be
in
very
short
patient,
span of
and
time. That's the, I
I
mean,
have to
difficulty
get
with the
back
short
into that
stories.
zone every day, which is very difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. So both of these things have their own charm, we can say, and yeah. Okay. So the question you were asking me,
Okay,
I would
so
like
my
to
very first
rephrase
book,
it and ask you,
A Rusted
what did
Mind,
you learn
it's
from
available only as an
what did you
ebook.
learn from your last
So
book,
the
and I
first
mean,
lesson I
and
learned
how did
from
you
my
apply
first
those
and second
learning
book
for
between
your
them was that
latest book?
you, if you want to reach a wider audience, you can't just stick to one format of your book. You need to have an ebook as well as a paper book. That's the biggest lesson I learned. And from my first to the third one, I have, learned one very important thing is that you need, as you also mentioned, you need to come out of your comfort zone. You need to reach out to the right audience personally, and talk as much as possible about your book, because if you are not going to talk about your books, nobody else will talk about them. Nobody else is going to talk about them because they are your babies. At the end of the day, they are your babies, and you have to promote them to the best of your abilities.
Yes.
And yes, one other important
Yes.
part about this writing journey, uh, entire writing journey, not just about the books, there has been that I have
Yes.
changed
Yes.
as a person.
Okay.
So if
That's good.
I myself go back and read what I had written 4 to 5 years ago, I might not like it. That's a fact, because I have changed as a person, as a writer, and though we are fictional writers, at least in our books we write about fiction, but I do believe that whatever fiction also we are writing, it is inspired from our real lives. There is some part of ourselves that is there in each story that we write. So yeah, that has been a big change. When I myself read those works that I had written long back, I wonder about my personal growth. I wonder about my personal growth.
Yeah. That would be there always. I mean, the growth is not stopping in between. So, and right now, what we are writing, maybe 5 years down the line, we may find something else about what we are currently writing. So that's very normal.
Mumbai
Okay,
always.
so this let's play some rapid fire with now. It's my turn to ask you some questions. So my first rapid fire for you is like Amsterdam or Mumbai. Okay, so I will add one bonus question to this. What I
Maybe
mean,
less
if you
people.
would get something from
Because
Amsterdam to
Mumbai
Mumbai,
to
what
but
thing it would be? I mean, if you can take something from Amsterdam to Mumbai, what it would be?
I wish I could. The overall population of Netherlands is less than Mumbai.
So you need to take, in that case, you need to take people from Mumbai to Amsterdam.
I mean, the entire country is less populated than just a city in India. I'm like, oh my god.
Official, you mean to say official population of Mumbai, right? You don't know about the unofficial population of Mumbai. There are a lot of countries like that. I mean,
People's favorite.
I mean, our
People's
Mumbai
favorite. Always
population is
people's
quite high.
favorite.
Okay.
Or, whatever gets
So,
me more money.
what you would want,
That is only
like
going to be
to be
possible by being
like
people's
people's
favorite.
favorite
Critics
or
are not
critics'
going to
favorite?
pay you.
I mean, for author, you, yeah,
Yes. I want rewards, no awards.
yeah, they will give you awards, but not money, right? Oh, okay. Okay, so you
No.
are very frequent in blogging as well. I can see. So,
Because that
I
gives
mean,
me more
if you given
freedom
a
to
choice,
write and explore
would
more
you want to
topics,
be a
write
full-time
from the
blogger or
heart,
full-time author?
and
I
continuous
mean,
writing.
just blogger. You are okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, and then so, what
So
I
then
feel
by
about
the time it
blogs
will
is
become
like
old news.
you can write on anything on current affairs or something like that. For a book, if you want to write for certain topic right now, the book would come out in 6 months when that topic is quite old. Yes. Okay, okay. I'm not into blogging much, but I saw that quite some of you, like you, are doing it quite frequently and consistently. So that's nice to read. Um, Okay. So last question, it would be very interesting. I would always like to have a certain question because I don't have an answer, but I would like to ask you this thing. If your book is adapted for visuals, okay, nowadays you might have seen the news that the books are getting
Whatever
adapted
gets me
into
a wider audience,
visuals
frankly.
quite
And
frequently.
these days, I am
So would you
observing that
want
nobody is
to
watching movies.
be
People are
it
more
as
into
a
web
movie
series.
or a
If you
web
would have asked
series
me this
or anything
question
else?
even 3 years back, I would have, without blinking my eyelids, I would have said movie. But now, web series. Both of us. Both of us. I want yours also to come
Web
to the
series.
screen.
Okay, so I
Obviously, I
wish
want mine
that we
also to
would
come to the screen. But
see
yeah,
someday that
both of us.
your
Let's hope.
book getting adopted into web series. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. So Manali, I'm done with the rapid fire
Yes.
questions. So just one thing, I just want to congratulate you on this. I saw your recent post that you were able to put your books in the bookstores in Amsterdam. So we know that how important that is for an author, as well as
Thank you.
how difficult it is for an author to take the work to the bookstores and all that. So that's
Thank you so much.
very, I mean, this that's praiseworthy. Your efforts are, we can see that your efforts in talk about your book or your promotions and all that is very, I mean, inspiring for us to take. Like you work so
Thank
much
you.
on your books,
Thank you so
and
much. Yes,
you put so much
yeah, getting the
efforts
book into
post
that
book
bookstore was
post book
really a
also,
good, great
after
high for
releasing,
me. I
post
mean, after
production we
becoming
can
an
say.
author, I think that
So
was the
that's
greatest high.
very
That too
nice
at an
to
international
see.
bookstore, with it's a different feeling completely because in India, not many bookstores, as I have mentioned in the post also, the bookstores in India, they don't take new authors very readily. Unless you are, ready to shell out a certain amount of money, they will not be willing
Yes,
to
yes,
keep your books in the bookstores. So this was like a completely out of the world feeling for me. Yeah, so Sandeep, this has been a very fun chat. I think I was laughing more than I was talking, which I was sure when I was inviting you. I was like, okay, this is going to be a very fun session.
yes,
Sandeep is going to make me laugh.
yes,
So next time I'll make sure I invite you on a Saturday again. Whenever your next book comes out, or
yeah.
whenever
but
both of
but
us
the trick is like
have
you invite me on
another book to
Saturday,
talk about.
because Sunday I would be different person.
Sandeep, thank you for joining me today, and to all the viewers who joined us, thank you
Yes.
for joining us, and I hope you guys had fun. This video will be available on my IGTV, and I will also be uploading
Yes,
it
yes,
on my
sure.
YouTube channel. You can have a look at it later also. Bye, Sandeep. Good night. Yeah.